a good group, you better believe. By golly, hello again, everybody. This is Lance Russell and Dave Brown. We're right along ringside and ready to go with another big day. Championship wrestling we got, David.
Opener today, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, will be in here. Be going against Scott Shannon out of Liverpool, England. Should be a good
contest.
match.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
Indeed. Then another action coming up later on today. The Fabulous Ones will be here. They will be in a tag team match. The PYT Express will also be here. We've got an 8-man tag team match scheduled. Some of the people in that: Rick Rude, Jim Neidhart, Ox Baker, the Japanese Assassin. Then we'll come right back after the 8-man tag team match with a 6-man tag match, and that'll go to the expiration of time. Harley, Davidson, Dirty Rhodes will be involved in that one. So lots of action coming up.
Dirty's back with us again, and Harley, too. We're absolutely looking forward to that. Dave, looks like an exciting day when you got an 8-man, you got a 6-man, and all the action, plus that opening bout with Savage and Scott Shannon. We're going to be getting ready for that. Take time out now, and we'll be back in just a moment.
What sign, man?
Somebody was holding up a sign. I thought you might be interested. Yeah, there it is, right over there. At least they called you a big wimp.
Well, that's right. Well, let me tell you what. Even the signs can't worry me today. The people can't.
Feeling good, huh?
Baby, I feel great. What a super day for professional wrestling. And I got a little piece of film I'm going to show you very shortly. But let me, on a sadder note, you know, 2 things happened this week in my life. One very tragic, and one very positive and very happy. The sad thing, and I think you got a little clip of this on the bulletin board now, if you'll show it. A very close and personal friend of mine, Andy Kaufman, is dying of cancer. I know you laugh about it. Go ahead, you laugh. You people are sick.
I'm not going to laugh.
But let me tell you what, the man who can't sleep at night is Jerry Lawler. How can Jerry Lawler go to bed at night thinking about what he did to this man? Because everybody knows 5 ways of cancer, baby. 5 ways. And the number 1 way of catching cancer is when you get a bruise or a lump on you, man. That's cancer. And he's got cancer of the brain, and that is caused from that pile driver that Jerry Lawler... Don't go all, Jimmy. You know it's caused about it. Because of the pile driver, Lawler, you gave Andy Kaufman cancer, and he is dying, baby, and that is the fact. But it's going to be payback for you. Now, that's number 1. But going to a happier note, Big Joe LeDuc, baby, is on his way back. Let me tell you something. Eddie Marlin, Mr. Tight Pockets, the big man of professional wrestling. He thought he was going to throw a curveball at Jimmy Hart because he thinks Jimmy Hart can't hit curves. But, baby, I can hit anything. So what I did, I got me a good attorney. I got me a good lawyer. And you know what he found out right here? And the paper came in the mail yesterday afternoon. You can't refuse a wrestler or anybody else his right to work, and that's exactly what Eddie Marlin tried to do with the help of Jerry Lawler. So all those petitions y'all signed didn't do a bit of good, baby, because Joe LeDuc is on his way back, and it will be payback time for you, Jerry the King Lawler.
That'll make
but
Lawler
a
happy.
super day in wrestling, mark my words, a super day in wrestling. Now, I've got a little piece of video I want to show you of a pep talk that I had with the first family of wrestling. Can y'all guys roll that film up there, brother?
This is a
y'all watch, you might learn something. You know, guys, the reason I've called this meeting, I'll be perfectly honest with you, this is the first time in the history of the professional wrestling family, of the family, baby, in 5.5 years, that we don't have any championships. Look at you, Ox Baker.
It's no good, man.
Look at you, man. 325 pounds, 6'3", right? You need to finish the job on Dutch Mantel. I mean, you started it. You put him out for a couple of weeks.
Give me again, Jimmy.
But we want him out permanently. Permanently. You know what I'm trying to tell you? The PYT Express. Look at you, baby. Superstars in professional wrestling. You've got the speed, you've got the ability, you've got the look, you've got everything it takes. There's only one thing standing in our way from a world championship title match, and that's the Fabulous Ones who have stolen our belt. Well, baby, we want to get those belts back at any cost. Randy Savage, the first time in the history that I've known you that you don't have any kind of belt. I mean, you're a superstar. You are a superstar in wrestling. You know it, I know it, and the people know it. But you realize we have no belts at all. We've got to get one at all costs. Neidhart, former Oakland Raiders, Dallas Cowboy football player, right? Look at the Oakland image. Look at their image, the bad boys of football, man. We need to keep that image with you here, baby. We need to start ripping some heads off. Now, are we going to do that?
You're right,
You
Jimmy.
better believe we are. Look at Rick Rude here. Rick, look at you. Your head's down. You're wearing a dress.
Get that camera out of
You've
here.
got all the people laughing at you. The rednecks are going to be laughing. They're making fun of you, and they're making fun of Jimmy Hart and the family. Now, what are we going to do about it? We're going to start getting even with some people, aren't we? Anybody that you face in the ring, we're going to start hurting. Am I right or wrong? So, men, we've got... Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is this, without stumbling and bumbling around here. We can either
Right on.
pack up our tent and we can leave, or we can start kicking some butts. Now, what are we going to do?
We're gonna
Kick
get
some
it
butts.
done.
All right. What are we going to do? Kick some butts. All right.
Well, what a cheery group that is. Here comes Hart back in now with the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah, we saw Randy Savage, the Macho Man, hopping in the ring. And Dave, we're ready to go in just a moment with our opening bout.
The Macho Man up in the ring. His opponent just steps in right now. This is going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Introducing from Liverpool, England, at 222 pounds, Scott Shannon. And going against him, 235 pounds from Sarasota, Florida, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Savage has Angelo Popo and Jimmy Hart in his corner. Referee Jerry Calhoun, one-fall, 10-minute time limit match.
Okay, the bell sounded. We're off and running with the Macho Man going against Scott Shannon. It ought to be a dandy. Shannon is so well schooled in the fundamentals out of England of wrestling that he is a tough son of a gun. Look at Savage go, though.
That's it, baby. A pep talk, and you're going to see more and more and more of this, Russell.
Well, I got to admit, Dave, he is starting off awfully fast with Scott Shannon, and Shannon is nobody's pushover. I'll guarantee you that.
Ooh, Shannon thrown out of the ring, through the rope. Savage on the top rope, high in the air. Oh, right across the back of the neck. Macho Man puts him back in the ring. Angelo Popo being sent back to the chair by the referee. Meanwhile, Savage using the ropes again to drop down on Scott Shannon.
Big suplex coming up. The Macho Man slams Shannon down hard.
Held him up there in the air for 5-6 seconds and then powered him down.
Covers him. Well, he didn't get but 1.5 out of it, and Hart's down griping about the count.
Savage out on the apron, going for the ropes again. This time he's up on the top rope. Referee distracted by Popo and Hart. Savage drops down but misses. Scott Shannon saw him coming and moved out of the way.
And a big right hand. Up coming right back at the Macho Man. Yeah. We didn't think that Savage was going to take him over that easy. Whoa! He blasted him down on that knee and shortened that spine a little. Slams Jimmy Hart, who jumps up on the ring apron, and Shannon reaches down, grabs Hart, turns around, and Macho Man grabbed the cane of Hart, slammed him right in the head with it, pitched it out. The referee is down with Hart. He doesn't see it, and the hand of Randy Savage is raised and is going to be declared the victor. Yeah, beautiful victory. I would hate to even claim that for a victory. They ended up using, you and I can see it perfectly. The referee is down trying to separate Hart and get Hart back out of there as he jumped up on the ring apron, and Scott Shannon got him. Hart then popped in his cane. Savage picks up the cane, right, slams him right there with it, and ends up getting a 1-2-3 on it.
I think we can take a look at it in case you missed what happened. There's Hart.
Okay, look, see the cane
rolled in?
Savage grabs it off the floor, Dave. Picks it up. You can see exactly what he does with it right now. Shannon turns around, bam, nails him right in the head.
Yeah, jabbed him with it.
Ends up getting a 1-2-3 on it, and they can say that's a beautiful victory, which Angelo Popo said. I can't see it. Well, the victory does go to the Savage. What was the time?
2:05.
2:05. The winner, Randy Savage, over Scott Shannon. Back. We've got plenty of action to go. We'll be to it in a moment. Austin Idol, and he's the man that's responsible for the tape that we'll be looking at in a moment.
Well, first of all, Lance, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish everybody a happy Easter a day in advance. You know, and right now, this particular day, I feel really ultra good. The cockles of my heart are really on fire because, as you well know, we've got a little tape here that really I want to see, and everybody in the Mid-South deserves to see, and I want to take a look at it right now if we can.
Let's look at it right now before we go on, Austin. Hart.
Come on, Rick.
Jimmy Hart throws a Coke right smack in the face. Rhodes slamming the Idol around. There's a reverse neck breaker. Rhodes pulls himself up with a cage, goes up on the bottom rope, the second rope. Idol getting up. And as Rhodes comes down, Idol nails him. 1, 2, 3. He got him. He's got 30 seconds to get it on, Jimmy.
Wrestling's answer to rock and roll's Boy George, Boy Rick. You know, but I'm going to put this title down for a second right now here, Lance.
Okay.
You know, I've got a little something extra for Rick Rude right here that I think will really make him look extra nice on Easter Day. First of all, a nice pair of white high heels, which I'm sure he'll look awfully sweet in as he's going down to confettis, and a nice little purse where he can carry his lipstick and his makeup and everything else in it right there. But as far as Rick Rude goes, I am through. I washed my hands with Rick Rude. You know?
Watch out, watch
You
out.
let me go with Rick Rude, baby. You ain't starting with me, baby.
Come on, Randy.
Okay, right now. Macho Man Randy Savage is here, baby.
Get out of
You got any guts at all? I'm going to take that belt right there.
Well, I'm telling
You're going to hold me back right there.
Come on, big man.
You're
Come
going to
on.
with me.
Come on.
You ain't
You
nothing.
funny man. Come on. Come on, baby. There you go. Austin.
Look, Hart, he's got a match coming up here. There's no point getting in there and starting off.
Hey, we just talked the man out of the match. We just got Pat back. Come on, Austin. You want to be a comedian out here?
You don't have to, hey, Austin, you don't have to get in there. These clowns will try anything in the world.
I may not have to get in there, Lance, but I'll tell you one thing. I don't back up, sidestep, or receive from nobody. He wants a match today. He's got a match today.
You better give it some consideration. Will you get that?
I guess he's got more guts than I thought he. There you go, Savage. Like I said, baby, a new day in wrestling, Russell.
Yeah, fine, new day. Anything going according to the rules of Hart. We get up there, Austin. We tried to tell you, don't get in there. Idle in with Randy Savage. Savage slams him down. Up on those ring ropes. Fires off there with a big elbow. Austin Idol, the international champ. Savage beating him into getting in the ring. No way an official match. Yeah, he sure is. Jumped him when he came through the rope.
Baby, does he? Does he?
And as Savage started to go with a suplex, he gets him up. This time, took him twice to get him up and over. He now covers the Idol up. 1, and Idol gets that shoulder up.
We could have had the win right there, baby.
He didn't have the win on it. Austin Idol being worked over pretty good by Randy Savage, who baited him into getting into the ring. Nailed Idol as he went through the ropes, and Savage has just continued the pressure up.
2 count again.
Yep. No pin. Austin Idol, Randy Savage in an unscheduled match. as Savage going for that suplex again. Idol blocks it. Austin straight up, takes him back down and banged him hard. Boy, Savage really caught a hip hard as he banged into that canvas. And now the Idol coming back after him. Nailing him. Yeah, I see the fist, the same thing that Savage was using, Angelo. Big slam. Idol back to the second rope, coming after him. Up for that elbow. Jimmy Hart, again, interfering with it. Jumps up on the ring apron. Idol slams him. And a repeat of the Shannon match, but this time Idol gets the stick. Has Savage in the air, drops him down on the atomic knee. The old Kane didn't nail him that time. Uh-oh, here comes Neidhart. That's the end of it. That'll be a disqualification. Neidhart drops down with the elbow on Idol, picks him up. Neidhart, a big 280-pound former football player, comes in, nails Idol. Savage, who was pinned right then, climbing up, jumps down, pulls Idol right off. He's down on the floor. Neidhart jumps on him. Count of 1, 2, 3 by Neidhart. No way. No way. Disqualification in there. You didn't win in there. Hey, the belt, hey, that belt is yours. Come on now, that belt said you were disqualified when he came running.
Protection of the belt.
You got, it's not your belt either, boy, I'm telling you, that was a disqualification, Dave, when Neidhart rolled in there. The match wasn't an official match, but a whale of a match going, and Jim Neidhart, when Austin Idol came back and had Savage on the ropes, man, and ready for that pin, Neidhart jumps in there.
Liberty Land, wonderful, wonderful Liberty Land.
I'd with my weight in Bobcat. But ride that thing? Forget it.
Come on, Daddy. Come on, Lawler. One price to pay for the whole day. All the rides, all the shows, and on it goes. Liberty Land, Liberty Land. Wonderful, wonderful Liberty Land. Liberty Land.
Oh, yeah, here they come. The fabulous ones, Tommy Wildfire Rich and Eddie Gilbert. Tommy and Eddie on their way over here. By golly, their task is to try to keep that those Southern tag belts intact around their waist. They've got them now. Tommy, how you doing, brother? Just saying, what a job it is, too, to try to keep those belts intact. Everybody shoots for it.
You know, I heard, we talked to Jackie Fargo. He give us a little pep talk, Jimmy Hart. He said, keep doing what you're doing. TCB, take care of business. So, Hart, just like I said, you bring them all on. Bring Rick Rude in his little dress. We won't know whether to dance or fight him, but bring him on down. It don't matter. You bring anybody in your family you want to bring, because just like we said, with these people behind us and Jackie Fargo telling us what to do, we're going to be here a long time.
Yeah, I tell you, we got some big bad ones around here. Guys like this Neidhart, the anvil is awfully big.
They got the Neidhart, they got Ox Baker at Rick Root, and they got the PYT Express, which we know a lot about, and we've had our run-ins with them. They got this Macho Man Randy Savage, who's the craziest loon I've ever seen before in my life. But I want to tell you something, me and Tommy, we're family. We can get down and we can boogie, and we love to party, and we're ready to go right now.
Okay, do it. We got to see you in the ring, right?
All right, back.
Okay. The fabulous ones, Wildfire and Eddie Gilbert. All right, Dave, let's have the introductions on our next match.
It's going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match, introducing at a total weight of 461 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, both of them, Keith Robertson and Pat Hutchinson. And going against him at a total weight of 434 pounds from Hendersonville, Tennessee, and from Lexington, Tennessee, Tommy Rich and Eddie Gilbert, the fabulous one. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit match. Jerry Calhoun is the referee.
He's a pretty good-sized guy. His partner, Pat Hutchinson, more experienced. Eddie Gilbert starting out, and here we go, Dave.
Eddie Gilbert, Pat Hutchinson, as we're underway. Whoa. Eddie Gilbert round behind Hutchinson, immediately took him down to the mat. Hutchinson reaching for the ropes, trying to get over there so the referee will call for a break on the hold. He does it. The referee calls for the break. Eddie Gilbert steps back. And Hutchinson back on his feet. Nice move by Eddie Gilbert. Tag made by Eddie, and here comes Wildfire. Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich grabbing Hutchinson. Nailed him with a forearm. Hutchinson backs into the corner, hanging close to the turnbuckles. Tommy Rich waiting for him. Hutchinson finds himself at a disadvantage and started yelling at the referee. He got his hair pulled. He yanks him down to the mat. Steve Robertson over in the corner. Hutchinson's partner yelling at the referee. He had his hair pulled. Wildfire makes the tag. Eddie Gilbert in. A little right hand to the chin. Hutchinson reverses, put Eddie Gilbert into the ropes. Eddie coming back off of there, though, grabs him, got him in the side headlock now. Ooh, Hutchinson pulling the tights, but able to get Eddie Gilbert back into the corner. Keith Robertson holding him from outside. Referee trying to get Hutchinson out of there. Let Robertson come in after the tag made. Eddie goes to work on him. Robertson down on the mat. Gilbert tags Wildfire. Tommy Rich off the middle rope. Upper part of the arm drove Robertson down to the mat. Now he's got him up in the air. Body slam by Tommy Rich. Tommy sits down on him. And the fabulous ones have things pretty well in hand at this point in the match. We're about 2 minutes into it. Robertson fires into the ropes. Coming off of there is the upper arm. Tommy Rich met him. There's Eddie Gilbert back in as the Fabs make an exchange. Upper arm for Keith Robertson as he comes off the ropes. Keith Robertson up in the air. There's a body slam. Eddie Gilbert over to the corner of the tag. Tommy Rich, Wildfire, coming back in. The knee lift. Tommy slams Robertson's head into the top turnbuckle. Over to the corner, the tag made. Eddie Gilbert will be coming back in. Tommy sets him up. Eddie Gilbert grabs him from behind, going for the sleeper. Look out, Pat Hutchinson jumps in there. Tommy Rich intercepts him, throws him out of the ring, so he is not a factor at the moment. Eddie Gilbert, meanwhile, maintaining the hold, going for the sleeper, and it looks like he's about got it as the referee is there to check it, waiting for a signal from the referee one way or the other. There it is. This match is over. With the sleeper hold, Eddie Gilbert and the fabulous ones are going to take home the victory over Keith Robertson and Pat Hutchinson. Now, Eddie around behind him, massages the neck, wakes him up. Keith Robertson back to reality, almost. Doesn't realize that the fabulous ones have left the ring after the victory in 3 minutes, 29 seconds.
And you caused enough trouble out here. Now, you know there wasn't any excuse in that kind of thing with Neidhart jumping in behind.
What did I tell you? You saw the film. What did it say, baby? It says, from now on, we're going to start kicking, you know what, and taking names later. Now, let me tell you something.
What do you got in the box?
I've got a little piece of none of your business. I've got something I will show you on my good time. But I've got a little piece of film. You know, several weeks ago, you people saw me get my back whipped in that ring. And I swore that I would get even, baby. And I did. I've got a little piece of film. Seeing is believing. Show the film, boys. Come on, roll the film.
Okay.
Baby.
Jerry Lawler, Humongous, non-title bout. Hart is, whoa! Jerry ties it up with him. Not a good move. Man, he rallied. Ooh. Lawler having to depend on his dropping in hard on Lawler. Whip. Forearm, and down the king goes. Humongous walking straight away at Lawler, catches him in a corner. Jerry turned. Humongous slams him, bangs him with the elbow. Knee in the midsection. Forearm and Lawler on the deck. Lawler ties up. Him. Whoa. Humongous traps him, takes one in the midsection. Pounded on the back of the neck. Again to the side of the face, and Lawler down. Picks him up. Really blasted him with that right hand, and Lawler absolutely has not made, I hate to keep repeating that, but a serious offensive threat on Humongous yet in 10 minutes. Now, we've seen Lawler slow start, but I got to tell you, this guy drops with an elbow, and he looks like he is totally dominant. He's choking. The referee counts him off. Big elbow again. Humongous picks him up. Grabs the hair. The referee getting on him about it. Slams him. Lawler. Snaps that strap down. Lawler pounds him. Now he goes to the back of the head. Very little effect on the big guy. The King takes another forearm. Lawler. Reaches, misses the rope. Humongous from behind. Picks him straight up in the air. Blood coming out of his mouth. Humongous won't break it. 14:05, 14:6. And the bout is stopped, and Humongous slams Lawler down. The winner, Humongous. And I have seen Lawler busted around. I have never seen him. I have never seen him take kind of punishment. Lawler being helped back to the dressing room. Not often do you see Lawler just abused and finally the referee has to stop it. I said not often. Never have I ever seen a bout stop like that.
What do you think, baby? Hey, what do you think, people? Look at it. You're a king,
big rough side. That was only the first time Lawler saw it.
You're a Lawler fan. Big deal. He can see him for the next 10 years, and I promise it's going to be the same way. 1, 2, 3. Humongous, the greatest road warrior of them all. Now, Lawler, if you can come out here, if you've got enough guts to come out here and stand out here with Jimmy Hart, will you come out here? Because I've got a little surprise for you and all of your Jerry Lawler fans over here, baby. Come on out. I want him out here.
I'm not really sure I trust what you got in the box right there.
You can trust me, I promise. I've got something right here for you, Lawler, and for all you fans over here. Lucy's able to walk, baby. Lucy's able to walk. Hey, Dave, wait. Come here, Dave. Come here.
What is this?
Baby. That's
Jimmy backing up already.
I want you to
getting far enough away. He's really happy today.
Let me just say something first of all before Hart continues running his mouth. I think we've heard just about all we need to hear out of Hart today, but first of all, I would like to do this, Lance. I'd like to apologize, and it's not often that I've had to come out and apologize to my fans, because for years the people here in Memphis have supported me, and I feel like made me what I am. But I am here today to apologize for the match that you just saw. I have, I guess, been guilty in the past of underestimating an opponent, but never more so than this guy that Hart came up with. I don't want to take anything away from him. He is, without a doubt, one of the biggest, the strongest, and everything. But at the same time, you know, he's got the face mask for protection and everything.
Unfair.
All I can say is, next time I get in the ring with him, it's going to be a different story. I can promise you that. Hart, next time it'll be a different story. I'm making you that promise, too.
Are you through crying? Are you through crying so I can get through crying here? Oh, the tears. Well, let me tell you something, King, and for all you loyal King followers out there, you know what? For 5.5 years of my life, big man, for 5.5 years of my life, the stitches, the blood, me spending money out of my own pocket trying to bring people in, baby. Well, Monday night was the greatest night of my life to see you laying face down, unconscious with blood coming from your mouth, baby. And I told the people then, and I'm going to tell them now, Monday was the greatest night of my life, and today is the greatest day of my life. From now on, you people can call me King James Jimmy Hart, baby. Because I am the new king of wrestling, baby. You are finished. You are washed up. You are past history, baby. And I am the future of professional wrestling, baby.
Never stop. Let me tell you, Hart. We'll just make sure he don't have a future.
Hey, that sounds good to me. Oh, yeah, come on. Hard up there with a crown. Uh-oh, here comes the Road Warrior, Humongous. He grabs Lawler from behind, and Rick McCord comes through and kicks him in the back of the head. I'm not sure that was a good idea. Humongous jumps in the ring. McCord and Humongous were scheduled. This is the original Road Warrior. Jimmy Hart down there taking advantage of that clamp. And this is going to be the end of it. McCord bleeding from the mouth as Humongous locked those huge arms around him. A little help rolling in as Keith Eric comes in and is nailed. David Johnson right behind him. Hart jumping on Lawler over there, choking him. Johnson takes a shot and is thrown out of the ring. Here comes Robert Reed, takes a big elbow. Humongous clamps him. Lawler going up from behind on him. Nails Humongous, and now it's Lawler and Humongous face to face. He nailed him. But Humongous right back, and Lawler staggers him. Takes one. Gives one, indeed. And it's Humongous charged in after him. Lawler going after the mask. Humongous hits the floor and gets out of there as Lawler was going for those straps in the back. He's got that mask on, Dave, as everybody can see, that it makes it impossible to really register a shot on the jaw in there. And Lawler over helping up Rick McCord, because McCord suffered the same fate Lawler did. He was bleeding from the mouth, and the referee stopped it as Lawler goes over to help him. A guy who is a friend of Dutchman tells that we got a little piece of action on here. I want to show everybody gets a kick out of seeing it. Bugsy McGraw. Let's take a look at some action of Bugsy. Any too much? Okay, we're going to take time out. We're going to be back here in action in just a moment. We'll be seeing the Dutchman, PYT Express, lots of others in just one moment. Oil Trough, Texas, #1 man, the Dutchman. Dutch, good to see you back.
Okay, I've been gone for a little while, and I guess you wonder where I've been, isn't it?
I wondered where you've been.
You want to know where I've been?
I want you to
I'm not going to tell you, Lance, because it's a secret, and if I told you, then you know. But while I've been gone, I've been thinking about one man. Ox Baker, the big goof. Now, you know, I've laid awake at night, and I've had nightmares, that big, ugly face looking down on me. And a couple weeks ago, he hit me with a heart punch. But let me say one thing. The only reason he really got me with that heart punch in the first place is because Jimmy Hart distracted me. And I think I can run from that heart punch long enough so he can't hit me with it. But he got me with it, baby, and it's like a 10-ton truck hitting you, hits you right there. And, baby, I saw stars, and it hurt. But I'm going to say one thing, Baker, I hadn't forgot about it. I remember a lot of things, Lance, and I remember you too, Baker, and you're in my thoughts day and night. And I'm going to guarantee you something, and I'm going to guarantee all these fans something, too, because I'm coming back. And I'm coming back expressly for you, Baker, because we got a little score to settle. And we can't settle it talking about it or looking at each other. We can settle it inside the ring, and that's exactly where we're going to be. Baker, your time is coming. Your name is on the list, and you're rapidly coming up. And when you get there, it's going to be a whole different story the next time around, Lance. Now, a lot of guys have put me down. But the mark of a good man is if he can get back up and come back, and I'm coming back. Baker, you put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm looking for you, baby.
Well, the Dutchman's got a memory like an elephant, no question about that. And he'll be after the Ox. Okay, Dave, I think we're about ready to go with our next match coming up here. Are we not?
I think we probably are,
yes,
yeah.
We are.
Here comes one side of the ring. David Johnson, Robert Reed stepping up on to the ring apron. And a thriller. Here come their opponents.
PYT Express, the opponent for Robert Reed, David Johnson, Reverend Jerry Calhoun is standing up there. We're sitting here waiting. Oh, there they come.
Coco Ware, Norvell Austin. PYT steps up on the ring apron. We are just about ready to go here. It's going to be one fall, 10-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total weight of 424 pounds over on the right of the screen. Both from Memphis, Tennessee, David Johnson and Robert Reed. And going against them at 437 pounds with their manager, Jimmy Hart. The PYT Express, Norvell Austin and Coco Ware. One fall, 10-minute time limit. The referee is Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, let's see who's going to be starting in there. A little choreography with the PYT Express. Hart's out of there. We're ready for it. Bell time. Here we go. Robert Reed starting out against Stagger Lee. They tie it up. Stagger a whip with Robert right into the rope. Big backdrop. Whoa, he went flying. Big backdrop from Stagger. PYT Express of the Michael Jackson imitators.
Well, they've got a tape deck running over in their corner. I hear the music over there. I guess a little inspiration for them. Coco, you can see Coco with the tape there.
Big clothesline, and Robert Reed hits
The louder the music, the meaner and rougher the PYT Express get. I'm fixing to turn it up a little bit louder.
Oh, fine, Jimmy. David Johnson hits the deck. PYT.
Making a tag on Norvell.
Pretty young and tough. We repeat that again because some of you may have just joined us. And that's the name that they dubbed themselves with, the PYT Express. David caught with a knee lift.
Oh, what's that guy's name right there? Johnson.
David
right?
Johnson.
You know, he's got show and tell on the seat of his pants. You know what that means? He don't show and tell the PYT and Jimmy Hart nothing, baby. He don't show us nothing or tell us nothing. Look at him. Look at Coco Ware, super athlete. Look at that body. Look at him. Beautiful.
Pounded him down with a big suplex. David giving up a lot of experience with both of these guys. Is hurt.
We give people a break, man. I mean, who else would give this kid a break like this? To step in the ring with two of the greatest athletes in the world today, baby. Norvell Austin, Coco Ware, the PYT Express. Woo!
Jimmy, I am certainly impressed.
Hey, Coco, turn that music up a little bit, baby. Coco, turn the music up a little bit, baby. Woo!
Big slam, big slam.
There you go, there you go.
Norvell dropping down on David Johnson, and he really never had a chance to get started as Norvell found
Robert Reed, I mean, what's wrong with him? Hey, Reed, get that yellow streak out of your back, baby. I don't look. He ain't trying to get that tag. Look at him.
Some people do, in fact, obey the rules, Jimmy. He hasn't been tagged.
He's obeying the rules. Hey, he's using his head but not getting in the ring. That's what he's doing there.
That's it. That's going to be a 1, 2, 3. No problem at all for the PYT Express. They took the measure of David Johnson and Robert Reed. They got the pin in there. So it was kind of sensational power slam, Dave. Boy, he really went up in the air, and look at Stagger as he whips David into the rope. As he comes off of it, now watch him. He goes up in the air with him. Look how high. Bam! I think that doesn't rattle every bone in my body just taking a look at it a second time.
Oh, he had that momentum, and he just turned it and used it to power him down to the mat.
He really did. With the music of Blair, and the PYT comes through victorious in that particular match with the team of David Johnson and Robert Reed. Okay, we want to bring up the mention of another. Okay, gentlemen, we got it. The mention of another tag team. Oh, you're funky and a half, Norvell. Jimmy Hart, direct him toward the door, please, while we take time out to see. Okay, Dave, my boy, we are getting ready to go into our multiple matches, 6-man, 8-man matches before we get to the ring. Jimmy Hart comes out with Ox.
You know, the family is a little mad at me. Dutchman come out here and made a mistake in his life. He took one hard punch and said he'd like to get back in the ring with me again. Dutchman the second time I throw that hard punch, they're going to have to bring an ambulance and carry you out of... I promise the family I'm going to hurt you very, very bad. They're going to carry him out of there. They're going to carry him out of there right now.
I want everyone to shut up. I want everyone to shut up and listen to what I have to say. Some very unfortunate circumstances have happened to my good friend, Rick Rude. Shut up! Because of that pimple-neck, little pimple-faced Austin Idol and this hick promotion. Very embarrassing things have happened. So I don't want anybody to chuckle or laugh or even look like they're going to laugh. Okay, come on out, Rick. Shut up! I've been listening to your mouth run all day, Lance. I'm sick of it. Take a look at this. As if this isn't enough. Let me tell you something. Austin Idiot, he comes out here, he humiliates me, and then he says he's going to wash his hands. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell all you filthy hillbillies something. Austin Egghead, you haven't washed your hands with nobody. And it might not be today, and it might not be tomorrow. But next time I get my hands on you, brother, next time will be the last time, and it's going to be real good.
Rick Rude.
Ready, baby. You're fixing to see what's going to happen in this ring. Let's go. What the fuck are we going to do?
I'm ready. righty, Jim. I'm tired of the talking. Let's get into some action right here. And quite a team it is. There's no doubt about it. They will be vastly favored as they step in. Neidhart, Rick Rude, and for the first time, the Japanese assassin. Now, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, we got 8 men, right?
Call for the bell, yeah.
Okay.
Come on, baby, come on. No more jive from now on, baby. It's strictly business for the family.
Yeah, do it for the
Japanese assassin in there right now with Keith Eric, Dave.
Yeah, Keith's partners, Mad Dog, Robert Reed, and Tiger Mask. Japanese assassin partners, Ox Baker, Jim Neidhart, and Rick Rude. Rick Rude stepping in there against Keith Eric. They got Eric back in the corner, and about all 4 of them pounding on him.
We're staying too close. I don't want to say it too loud, but that Rude does look funny.
Yes, he does.
He'll never replace Angel.
No.
Look at the 3 stooges over there. Mad Dog, Reed, and who? And look at that right there, Tiger Mask. Why don't y'all boys jump in the ring and get your feet wet? What's wrong? Are they got super glue on their boots? Is that it, Robertson?
There's a tag. Bad Dog coming in the ring now, Jim.
Mad Dog, all right. He just embarrassed 50,000 people out there. Look at him right there. Big old Mad Dog. Look at him. Eating his way to superstardom, Mad Dog. Come on, baby. There you go, Ox. Look at him. You know, he looks like a midget beside of Ox Baker. Look at him. Come on, baby. Come on. There you go. Beautiful, Rick. Come on, baby. There you go. Tag out. There you go. Tag somebody. Whoa.
Here comes Tiger Mask.
Oh, boy. Here comes Tiger Mask. Come on, Rick. Come on, Rick. Up goes Tiger Mask.
Neidhart takes the tag.
Difference in the family, don't you, Russell, huh?
I notice they're very aggressive, Jimmy. I would have to say.
That means who stays and who goes from now on, baby. We're starting to do some cutting around here. This is going to be like a football team from now on, baby. You're going to pay your dues.
Robert Reed coming back in. He took the tag and faces Neidhart. Here comes the Ox.
From the Jerry Lawler School of Wrestling, Big Robert Reed. He has yet to win his first match. Beautiful, baby, beautiful.
Ox Baker slams him down. Tags the Japanese assassin.
Get a shot of those guys leaning on the rope over there. Can you get me a close-up?
We can see him in the background, Jimmy. The guy's nowhere near him in the corner. Ariel. Tag back on Keith Eric.
Beautiful. Look at the newest member of the family. What do you think about him, Russell?
Yeah, where'd you dig him up? You always adding somebody.
I have an office here in Memphis, Tennessee, and let me tell you something, baby. The phone rings off the wall because everybody wants to come here, and everybody wants to be in the first family of wrestling.
Power slam from the anvil, Jim Knight. Ah, he broke the count, Dave.
Rick Rude in the battle, Keith Eric. First neck breaker.
Rude's got a 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be it.
Too late, boys. A little too late.
All right. Time on it was 3 minutes, 18 seconds. And the first family gets the win. Jim Neidhart, Rick Rude. The Japanese assassin and Ox Baker victorious in the 8-man tag team match over Tiger Mask, Mad Dog, Keith Eric, and Robert Reed. They kept Keith Eric in there most of the match. Keith Eric and Mad Dog were the 2 that were in there most of the time. And the
Big
family
team,
just, yeah.
too, boy.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, with Rude and Baker and Neidhart and this Japanese assassin, no, you can't really tell too much about a guy in a 8-man tag like that. We couldn't, but what we did see of him, looks like he's got some pretty good moves. Pretty fair-sized guy, to say the very least. 3 minutes, something of that?
3 minutes, 18 seconds.
Okay, 3:18, and let's go back and watch the final pin when Rick Rude, who showed nothing but anger, and I guess, brother, that is brought about by that attire that he's wearing. There's the reverse neck breaker. Rude really slams him down hard. He'll go for a cover, and we... We'll be looking at a 1, 2, 3. Big fall coming up to the ring right now. We're just going to keep on going, Dave.
Yep.
We had an 8-man. Let's go with a 6-man.
Match, yeah.
Oh, here comes Harley and Dirty. By golly, people love to see them coming in. Dirty hopping through, and he's going after the grappler. Ooh. And the referee says, let us ring in.
Not a lot of opportunity for introductions today, but in the 6-man match, it's going to be Harley Davidson, Dirty Rhodes, and Brickhouse Brown on one side of the ring. On the other, it's the Pink Panther, the Grappler, and the Black Scorpion. 6-man tag team action underway. The Grappler in there against Dirty Rhodes right now.
The Black Scorpion's a new one with us, too. Grappler, we haven't seen in a while. He's back in the 6-man tag. Brickhouse Brown across the way has only been here a week or two. And, of course, Big Harley. Dirty blocking a couple of shots. Spins the Grappler around, picks him up, drops him down on the atomic knee. And Dirty Rhodes pulling off an impressive series as he tags the Black Scorpion. Scorpion tags out to Brickhouse Brown. And the Brickhouse, wrestling out of Miami, Florida. Quite an impressive array of muscles himself. Rick Rude, of course, always showing his off. Brickhouse going after the Black Scorpion in the air. Over the back, and down he is. Brickhouse tossing him around pretty good. Big elbow, and he puts the Scorpion right down. Panther and Harley are the only two that haven't been in there yet. Dirty Rhodes started out against the Grappler. Brickhouse going against the Black Scorpion right at the moment. Pink Panther on the outside, leaning over for a tag. He takes it, and he'll be in there with Brickhouse Brown. Boom. Headbutt. Grappler started through the ropes. Referee stopped him, and the Panther back up, hops in the ring. Side mare, pretty. Brickhouse has him down, but not in pin position. Nothing of that nature.
Threw him halfway across the ring. Brickhouse for the cover. Count of 1. Pink Panther is hard to pin. To give him that. Drop kick by Brickhouse Brown, and Pink Panther is on the mat. 2 minutes, 45 seconds gone in this one. Big Harley Davidson with the slam on the Pink Panther. Harley in at about 6'6". He's a big one. He slams the Pink Panther again. Makes tag on Dirty Rhodes, his regular tag team partner. Dirty Rhodes puts Pink Panther into the rope, upper arm as he came off of there, and Dirty Rhodes having fun. He drops down on him. Pink Panther may not be able to get up from that one, except Dirty helps him up. Harley Davidson with the backbreaker on the Panther and the cover. 1, 2. That's it.
Yes, sir. That will be it, as a matter of fact.
3 minutes, 27 seconds as the bell sounds.
And the team that certainly looked like a favored team from the very beginning, and that was Harley and Dirty and Brickhouse Brown, came through with a victory in that particular match over the Black Scorpion. Our first look at him, the Grappler, first time we've seen him in a while, and the Pink Panther, who ended up getting pinned. We're going to take time out, and we will be back in just a moment. We got a match coming up Monday night that is something else. I don't think anybody's ever seen anything like this 26-man back alley street brawl, but I'll get to that in just a second. Hold it. Okay. 5 o'clock today, all day on Monday, and we're going to be looking for you down. Coming out of there, the victor. And listen to this, a back alley brawl. Now, they're all going to come in there in street clothes.
they will not all be walking out of there in street clothes. There will be guys in there who will be coming out shed of a bunch of it. Somebody will be $5,200 richer, and it may be one of these gentlemen right here. Austin?
It might be, but you know, I've got something that's right now more important to me. I don't claim to be the biggest, I don't claim to be the strongest, but I do claim to be one of the baddest, and I'm going to kick off spring cleaning around here by taking some garbage, by taking some trash like Randy Savage and shoving him right down this trash can Monday night.
A lot of people would like to see that, Jerry.
I said it a while ago, but I want to make it perfectly clear to all of the people that have supported me over the years, and especially to you, Jimmy Hart, you little pencil-neck wimp. Monday night, brother, is going to be a different story. I don't care how big, how strong, or how bad this Humongous is supposed to be. It's going to be a different story because that mask is going to come off. And what's underneath there, brother, I'm going to put this up against all night long.
I think you got the right strategy, Jerry, and good luck to you in there because this guy is big, and with that mask, it just changes the whole complexion of it. Those are just two of the matches. And then, I'm telling you, I really can't wait to see those 26 guys come in there with clothes and 25 of them go out without them, I'll tell you. And one guy walk out with his clothes, or at least some part of it, and 5,200 big ones right there, man. They've each got $100 a piece invested in this. Anybody can win it. It's the type of thing that they can come in there with their pockets loaded. Anything goes.
Ready in the ring for the second fall of action here. Harley Davidson, Dirty Rhodes, and Brickhouse Brown had the win in the first fall on this one. The Pink Panther, the Grappler in there right now, and the Black Scorpion trying to even it up at one fall apiece. It is an expiration of time match, and we do have a little bit more time remaining, so we brought it back in here, and whoever has the most falls won when the time expires will be the winners of this match. That is Harley Davidson against the Grappler. Grappler shoved back into the ring. As Lance mentioned in the first fall, it's been a while since we've seen the Grappler. He has been in here before as a member of a tag team and as a single wrestler. He's in here now as a member of this three-man tag team in a six-man tag match. His partners Pink Panther and Black Scorpion today. Big Harley Davidson says he's from everywhere. Grappler with a knee lift. The upper arm across the back of the neck. Big Harley Davidson slams his head into the turnbuckle. Rolls him out of the corner, gets cover. The Grappler count of 2. Wow. The 2 count. Harley Davidson broke the cover, and boy, did he break it. He threw the Grappler straight up in the air about 2.5 feet. And Harley Davidson, in no uncertain terms, said, you're going to have to work harder than that to get a pin on me. Harley, the Grappler, right in the middle of the ring with a test of strength. Davidson forces him down to his knees. Puts his hands on the mat and steps on him. Grappler back on his feet. Don't think he'll try that one again. They're about a minute into the action. Headlock by Harley Davidson. He's over at the corner, and he just makes the tag on Dirty Rhodes. Dirty Rhodes comes in. A little wind up to the right hand. He can let him have it. Upper arm, forearm. Dances around. Little spin. Nails the Pink Panther as he's going by the corner. Dirty Rhodes. Austin, Texas, USA. Meanwhile, the Grappler waiting for him. Headlock on Dirty Rhodes. Ooh, Dirty Rhodes slipped out of the headlock. And the Grappler's complaining. He said, no way he could have done that. Something must have been illegal. But it wasn't. About 2 minutes gone in this one. Second fall of action. Dirty Rhodes, Harley Davidson, and Brickhouse Brown have one fall to their credit. Grappler has the hold broken by Dirty Rhodes.
That's not using your head, but it's got the job done, didn't
Right. We got about 3 minutes left in the time limit. Harley Davidson, Dirty Rhodes, and Brickhouse Brown in a very fortunate situation for an expiration of time match. Very important to win the first fall. They have done that. All they have to do now is avoid losing the second fall. But I can tell you what, knowing that bunch, they're going for the win. They're not going for the easy 1-fall-to-none victory. They're going to try to make it 2 in a row here.
Brickhouse soars when he goes with that drop kick. A dandy as he nailed the Pink Panther. Pink Panther tagging on the Grappler. We've got a couple of minutes left in our expiration of time. And the Pink Panther is not in there. The Grappler is the one who took the tag. And Brickhouse going after the Grappler. Backs him into the corner. Deals him out of there and going for the drop kick. Brickhouse misses it as the Grappler steps back. Time running out on our expiration of time. As Dave indicated to it, it's not a question they have to win it. They just have to avoid being defeated in the fall. And if they can do that, Harley, Dirty, and Brickhouse will end up with a victory. Brickhouse gets the Black Scorpion. Count of 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be it, Dave. You are right. They didn't rest it on their laurels. They went ahead and secured the second fall. And there is absolutely no way in the world they're going to end up losing this particular match. They are the winners, without a question of a doubt.
4:02 was the time, 4 minutes and 2 seconds, as the team of Harley Davidson, Dirty Rhodes, and Brickhouse Brown got the win. That is 2 in a row for them. Goes with the first fall in 3:18. I think you can see how he wrapped it up here. Brickhouse Brown in there with the drop kick, the good drop kick, and that put the Scorpion down on the mat. There is the count of 1, 2, and 3, and that is it. Because Brickhouse Brown gets the win for the fall.
He's got a good drop kick.
He does.
Where he sails in the air. Well-muscled young man, and he can get around, and he moves very, very well. Sails in the air, and he nails it. And kind of, boy, we had kind of an interesting situation today, David.
We did.
Some
All right,
good bouts.
let's check out what we did have. We had Randy Savage in here, the Macho Man, against Scott Shannon. We had looked forward to that match. It was a good match, but Randy Savage started using top ropes and everything as he was diving off of there. 2 minutes, 5 seconds of time.
Ultimately used Jimmy Hart's cane.
Ultimately, the cane is what wrapped it up for Randy Savage over Scott Shannon. Then, fabulous ones. Tommy Rich, Eddie Gilbert got the win over Keith Robertson and Pat Hutchinson, as Tommy Rich and Eddie Gilbert really put it together. They were not in danger, I don't think, in the entire match. They were able to keep control. It was a controlled match, and they did a good job in winning it. PYT Express, Norvell Austin, Stagger Lee got the win over David Johnson and Robert Reed. It was an 8-man tag team match with Rick Rude, Jim Neidhart, Ox Baker, and the Japanese Assassin, our first look at him, defeating the Tiger Mask, Mad Dog, Keith Eric, and Robert Reed. That one went a little over 3 minutes, too, as Rude, Neidhart, Baker, and the Japanese Assassin won it. Then, the 6-man match you just saw the conclusion of here. Harley Davidson, Dirty Rhodes, and Brickhouse Brown. Brickhouse Brown putting together victories in falls 1 and 2 to win it 2-0 over the Pink Panther, the Grappler, and the Black Scorpion. And that one, it was Dirty Rhodes who got the pin in the first fall, and then Brickhouse Brown came back to get the pin in the second fall as they wrapped it up and got the win.
I don't know that it's newsworthy enough, but we will mention the fact that Hart did come out here and let us see one of his pep rallies with the first family as he had it on videotape. And we got to take a break. We'll do it, and we'll be back, in a second. Whew, we got the last break in.
Yes, indeed.
Bye-bye. See you next week.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of Championship Wrestling.